Hi, this is Leanne from Global Media Networks with the Business Roundup. The abundant Roundup Falls continued to gain for the second consecutive day, closing yesterday up by 228% from its opening preference price, 10 rupees. On its maiden trading day on the 18th of June, Roundup Falls rose to a high of 35 rupees before closing at 24 rupees 10 cents with a 0.7 million shares changing hands. Now yesterday, 500,000 shares traded between a high of 34 rupees 10 cents and a low of 24 rupees 90 cents before closing at 32 rupees 80 cents, up by 8 rupees 7 cents. Now, a new range of specialized rubber gloves that provide insulation against electrical voltages of up to 17,000 volts has been developed by Dick Products plc, taking the Haley's Group's hand protection specialist into a new high-value product segment in the global market. We see Standard & Poor's yesterday fired a fresh warning on Sri Lankan banking systems, relegating it to a risk-prone grouping that includes Nigeria. Now, Standard & Poor's rating services said that it has assigned Sri Lanka to its banking industry country risk assessment group 8. At the same time, it is assigned an economic risk score of 8 and an industry risk score of 7. Now, growth in Sri Lanka's real estate sector may slow in the coming months as rising interest rates and high construction costs begins to bite, a new report has forecasted. Now, the latest real estate market brief issued 2012, titled Changing Cityscape, done by two firms, KPMG Sri Lanka and Specialist Research Intelligence Unit, noted that for the first time in Sri Lanka, the leisure sector has outpaced housing as a driving force for the construction industry. As per latest production data released by the Sri Lanka Tea Board, crop in May has declined by 2.8 million kilos to 30.8 million kilos over an year earlier. Now, the steepest decline of 1.6 million kilos has been reported from the high-grown sector, which is followed by low-growns with a deficit of 751,253 kilos and 418,452 kilos by medium-grown teas. Moving on to more business news, we see that Hilton Colombo's chef Buddhika Samarasekaran and apprentice chef Russian John were placed third, winning a bronze medal at the 15th Bocuse d'Or or Asian competition held in Shanghai for the BNL World's Chef Championship. Now, for the first time, Sri Lanka has been represented as a competition of this caliber. Now, Hilton Colombo's chefs have now secured a place amongst candidates from Asia that would compete in the finals to be held in France in January 2013. Now, this is a very prestigious honor for the hotel, as this year Hilton Colombo celebrates 25 years of service excellence, continuing to be the trendsetters in the industry and delivering on Conrad Hilton's vision of spreading the light and warmth of hospitality in Sri Lanka. We see Sri Lanka's banking industry again reflects a very high risk assessment of economical resilience and credit risk in the economy as a high risk assessment of economic imbalances, says Standard & Poor's. Again, we see Sri Lanka's Timex and Ferguson, a firm engaged in manufacturing and exporting garment items, is planning to establish 2 apparel factories in the Mana district, located in the war-torn northern region. Board of Investments, issuing a release, said the manufacturing activities of the twin factories will commence by January 2013. The $5 million worth BOI approved project will be built on an eco-friendly terms will come up in the Mana industrial zone. Construction work to build the factory will commence by the end of June 2012. According to the BOI, the project, once in operation, is expected to provide jobs for over 1,200 people in the area. Country's footwear and leather industry is gaining momentum and could be positioned to become a sector that caters to both local and international markets, having a pronged approach to develop the local footwear and leather industry, infusing technology and focusing on the training aspects. As the public awareness on the quality of local manufactured footwear is high, the industry is poised to become a prominent segment in the retail market. Now, most of the local producers are keen on meeting the local demand. The industry could be considered as a foreign exchange saving industry for Sri Lanka. And lastly, we see that Bank of Ceylon achieves a unique landmark, the first 1 trillion balance sheet in the corporate sector, one of the key contributors to the wonder of Asia gold. The Bank of Ceylon, the premier state of this country, reached a landmark achievement by recording a 1 trillion rupee balance sheet at the end of May this year. Now with that, I round up the news for today. Thank you very much for listening and see you again tomorrow.